All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. This episode, we're talking about the top 5 offensive targets that we hope the Vikings go after. We will be live all day on Monday the 10th. Free agency starting at 10 in the morning, streaming the whole damn day, every pick, giveaways. Yeah. It's going to be a fun day.
Shame on you if you don't already know that. I mean, they should know that by now. We've been pumping that pretty hard.
We haven't talked about it a ton, but be sure to hit the sub as well. Let's get to 14,000 subs. So these are our top targets.
Yep.
Let us know yours in the comments, and Lupagus and I each have our own top 5. You want to get into her?
Yeah, and I don't know yours, but you know mine. Let's start. Who's my number 5? I can't even remember.
Number 5. Lupagus is on.
I'm on the right.
He's on the right. He's got.
I went Brandon Scherff. I went with an old guy. You can maybe play for a year. This goes back to me wanting him in the draft when he came out. We couldn't get him. He ended up going was it 6 or 5 to Washington?
Yeah, like 15 years ago.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't forget. Lupagus doesn't forget, and he can still play decently. I think he'd still be an upgrade for us. So Brandon Scherff, one of those rare older guys, Quasey could go for. I want him.
Yeah, I would be fine with an old. I don't care if they're 80 years old. As long as they're an upgrade, and Scherff would be an upgrade, I would be all for Brandon Scherff, as old as he might be. So I went Tevin Jenkins at 5, and this is not so much that I'd be fine with Jenkins. It's more the price tag that it's going to cost to get him, and what in his injury issues. It's like you're taking a big old risk, and at this point, maybe you have to take a risk to get a upgrade at the interior offensive line, but. Man, I trust my boy Nick at just another year Chicago Bears, and he doesn't even want him back, and he said stay away from him, and I trust him.
Yeah, I know, but you look at his body of work. He grades out very highly. I know he's always been hurt.
His body is always injured.
But that's the thing, though. Maybe you mentioned the price before that. Maybe the injury history can lower that price tag. You take a gamble on him. He stays healthy for the Vikings, and we get ourselves a hell of an upgrade.
Yeah, it's a big if. I'm pulling for him. I would love him in purple and healthy. Tevin Jenkins. Let's go to our number 4. Wow.
Yeah. I'll let you start. What were you talking about, Scherff? Anything else you want to add on Scherff?
No, the only reason he's I'm taking the price tag into consideration here, and I would rather go cheaper short term than forcing it. I mean, we got next year. We got more picks next year, another free agency. So that's the only reason, Scherff. It's not how good I think these players are.
Yeah, and you can sign Scherff and still draft a guy. I mean, you have to take him along slowly. So it's a win-win there. I want Aaron Jones or a Viking free agent. I really want Jonesy back. I still want to draft running back at some point. Aaron Jones, had a really good season for the Vikings last year. He had some fumbling issues, but I don't care. I want him back for one more hurrah with the Vikings.
Yeah, I love Aaron Jones. I would like him back, but just selfishly, I think we could do better at running back, and I want to do better because it got a little dicey there, and I don't want dicey. I want dicey.
Maybe you trade down early second, you get yourself a Marion Hampton. Jones could be the kind of complimentary back to him. That'd be great.
No, I would love that. Then I really wouldn't want Aaron Jones. Like if we're getting an early running back, I'm not paying Aaron Jones $7 million. No,
I think you pair him with a rookie, glorious backfield next year.
All right, let's go to number 3. James Daniels, another man who's had some injury issues.
Yeah, but when he has been on the field, he's been very good. Start with the Bears, Steelers last year. Again, I'm looking heavy at the guard position. I want to get 2 guards in free agency. These are some of my top guys here. To me, I want to see that upgraded in free agency and draft. Let us go some other areas. So James Daniels, hell yeah.
Yeah, Daniels, I mean, I loved him coming on the draft, but I wouldn't say he's been very good. I'd say he's been good. Still an upgrade, but
good is a huge upgrade for us.
Yeah, and Zeitler, I think, is still, he's one of the best guards in the league still, and he's 34, whatever he is. And again, it's like the Scherff. It's very short term. The thinking would be you put a bunch of money to another free agent or an early draft pick. But Zeitler, man, this dude can still play 2 more years, and he's playing at a very, very he had his best year last year as a pro.
Yeah, he was surrounded by some great players there on Detroit. Look at you, 3 guards. They're 3 guards. You're definitely hitting that guard position hard as well.
Well, get used to it because there's another one, and I'm going Mekhi Becton. Sounds like he's going to go back to the Eagles. Hasn't yet. Yeah. He has not yet. He fits the scheme. He fits this Vikings scheme. He's a big boy, but he can play zone. And Becton, I love him, and I think his price tag is going to be actually decent. So, Mekhi Becton to me is a no-brainer as far as my number 2 guard out there. Wishful thinking, we'll see.
Yeah, I didn't put him on my list because I don't think he's coming. I think the Eagles are going to resign him. I think he's going to go back to the Eagles. We got the coach here he hates, supposedly. I factored all that in, so that's why I took him off my list. Yes, I also want him very, very badly. Mekhi Becton would be a major upgrade for the Vikings. But I went Tevin Jenkins here. Again, I know there's the injury concerns, but a young guy who I still think is a lot of good football ahead of him, so I went Tevin Jenkins, number 2.
All right, and the number 1, both the same one. And yes, every single one of mine are guards. It's Will Fries. It seems that's the Vikings' top target. It should be their top target. A lot of Vikings fans want him here, and it's pretty much just obvious.
Yeah, we've been talking. We did a whole video on him yesterday. We all know his story. Played 5 games last year, broke his leg, has come back. Great, very high pass blocking, very high run blocking. He is the prize right now. He's the one you got to get, and he'll have a lot of suitors next Monday when we cover it live.
Yes, we will be live, and there's a lot of offensive free agent targets out there that I love. Like, there's a lot of receivers out there that I love. There's some older ones that I like, even like a Brandon Cooks. There was some running backs, Najee Harris, but he's going to be a big price. There's a lot of offensive weapons out there, but I just couldn't stray from the guard position.
No, and like I said earlier, like I want this upgrade with a guy who's proven, who's done it. You know, not a rookie who you don't know what you're going to get. And with Kwesi's draft history, even just with the Vikings history, trying to find an interior offensive lineman in recent drafts hasn't been good. Fix this in free agency.
There you have it. There's our top 5. Join us next Monday. Hit that sub button. We'll be here all damn week.
Yeah, we will be. And remember this: the ocean holds over 90% of Earth's unexplored life.